Hey guys, what is up? I'm back here and I'm going to go ahead and get straight into the trade recap. Today was a really big and nice opportunity here for gold. You guys are going to notice that I'm not actually trading with Top Step here. I'm actually trading with Tradiefy, and the only reason why I chose Tradiefy as of right now is because they offer an instant funding program. And I just wanted to get instantly funded. I still have one more day in my Top Step accounts that I can possibly go ahead and get funded. So I'm going to try to see if I can get those accounts funded here. You know, we are entering Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so probably going to be off the market the rest of the week. But I wanted to go ahead and just kind of talk about the trades that I took on gold, as well as the options trade I took on gold and Amazon. So as you guys see by the blue lines, you guys can see where there is support and resistance. This is what the blue lines were meant for. Now, I did go ahead and take this trade at about like 3 to 4 a.m. is when I actually took the trade. So let's get straight into it. So what I noticed is we started to get a nice acceleration, you know, to the upside, because I was just looking left, right, when I woke up. And I seen that we were getting some nice acceleration. And, you know, I started to notice that we were building kind of like a supply area and a demand area between these spots right here. So essentially I ended up getting in a short position because I thought this was a parabolic short opportunity. So we get this retracement and then we get this pop, and I actually short right here on this candle. I short because this failed. Then we get a pop and this seemed to like fail again. So it looks like a fail follow through setup. This is actually the fail follow through setup right here. But I preempted it, and I ended up getting a nice cover around here is where I covered on GC. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, damn, that's kind of a big move. Why'd you only make $362? Because I did end up taking a couple of paper cuts on my way to that. I took a brief loss. Like, I had a short here, and no, I had a short. Yeah, I had a short like right here. Somehow lost on it trying to scalp. You know, it happened a couple of times. I think I took like 2 losses and then 1 winner, and the 1 winner ended up giving me this $362 day. But that was my trade here for the open or the aftermarkets. You know, getting this nice little gold trade in, making a quick $362, and then you know, I didn't trade it. I didn't touch it after. You know, I had no interest. I ended up just recently locking out, by the way. But I just didn't have no interest in touching it anymore because this was the setup I got. And also, Tradiefy does have a stupid rule. At least I think it's stupid. I mean, I understand why they implement it, but they have a 20% consistency rule. That rule is kind of a dumb rule because it doesn't allow you to make the maximum gains that you can on a trade. Because let's say, hypothetically speaking, you know, I have a $10,000 day. Well, now I have to make sure that $10,000 day is only 20% of the totality of my profits. So unfortunately, I can't actually ride profits out the way that I normally would. Unfortunately, that leads me in more of an area where I have to be more scalpy than actually hold on to positions. So for the most part of me having the 25K, you know, Lightning funded account, for the most part, what you're gonna see is just me kind of just scalping my way through the market. That's gonna be what you see for the majority of the time that I trade with Tradiefy. But that is what I went ahead and did and kind of traded here today for my futures account. Now, in terms of my equities and my options account, I locked in on gold, and I actually got in gold about right here on this failed setup under VWAP, and I wrote it all the way down here, and I think I probably got filled. I didn't catch the dead lows, but I'm pretty sure I got filled like right here. That's where I got filled on my option contracts. It's essentially the same GC trade, right? Like I knew that gold was in play, and because I know that gold's in play, it's like, why not just attack gold via options? So I took some puts, and we got some fail follow through on the previous day highs. It went red on the day. We got this nice washout, and I took my profits there. It was a really I didn't size in the way that I wanted to, so I didn't get the maximum profits that I was looking for, but it was still a very good trade. And now the trade that I was actually really happy with here today was Amazon. Amazon had this huge rip out the gate, and then it had a very nice controlled pullback back down to the 50 daily moving average, which is right here, and the previous day high. So if you go ahead and you kind of just draw like a little trend line, let's go ahead and draw this trend line here, right? If you go ahead and just draw this trend line, you can kind of see like where it breaks. I actually got long right here, like literally where this line is right here, is where I got some calls. So I scooped up some calls, and we ended up getting a nice surge, I end up getting out right here at 231 on the majority of my calls. I left 15% of my position on, and then we get a washout under VWAP. I stop out under VWAP, and now this thing is just heading higher. So it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. It was a really good trade. I sized in appropriately. I tried to let a winner run, and it just stopped me out sub VWAP. I thought that we were going to get a nice grind, maybe hold above VWAP, but it just did a little dip and rip. It was only 15% size as well for the rest of my position, so it wasn't anything crazy that I had left, but I stopped myself out of that, and that was basically it for my trading day. The real thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is just the fact that gold was such an amazing opportunity in the after hours because of the way that the tape sped up. And, you know, it's just looking really, really good. So is ES. Like, ES is now at all-time highs, and there's a good chance that we probably see 7,000 here. You know, so, I mean, who knows? Who knows what's about to happen? But it definitely looks like we're knocking on the door to 7,000 in the futures market. But that's essentially all I wanted to go ahead and talk about. Just a quick little recap of the trades that I took. It was a pretty good trade. A good day for me, you know, nailing Amazon. Something that caught a really good bid today was
Tweet by Financial Juice.
Nvidia actually caught a really good bid here throughout the day. Sub previous day lows, then it went above the daily 100, and it just never looked back, right? Like, it just surged, kind of dipped, you know, soaked up going red, and then just, you know, it rode a tight rope on that 9 EMA, and it was just a sick trade for anyone who might have got calls or even longed it. Very good long opportunity on Nvidia. But that was basically it. What I did want to go ahead and also share with you guys is because if you guys did not know, I am part of the IU community, and I actually did go ahead and call out what I was what I was trading. So this is it right here. So, and then this is when I started to get into the trade, right? And this is all in the IU community. And then, you know, I wrote this out. And yeah, so all of my trades were written out in advance. This is my P&L for the gold. Like I said, I didn't get full sized on the gold trade, unfortunately. Literally, I only had a quarter size, guys. This is a quarter of my size that I trade with, or that I would. It's basically a starter position,
Tweets
man.
by Financial Juice.
I essentially woke up a little bit late, and I just missed.
Post by Investors Live.
I miss getting really sized into this position, and I only made this much. You know, it was literally a quarter of my position. So really unfortunate. Really still a good day. I mean, for a quarter of the position, it was a really good day. I don't have my Amazon P&L, unfortunately, but that trade I did get really good size on. So while the gold trade was lackluster for the options account, you know, the Amazon trade really was a cherry on top, to be completely honest with you guys. But that's the way that I traded today. That's what I did today. I hope you guys enjoyed a quick little recap. Make sure if you're new, please like and subscribe. Hopefully I can start doing some live trading videos for you guys via futures. But that is all I have for you guys. Later.